Hi guys, in this session I will be explaining the top 5 mistakes the students of NEET make in the chapter motion in 2 dimension. So let's dive into the topic. See, look at the first question. Yes, just a moment. Yeah. So let's look at the first question. A train is moving north with a speed of 20 meters per second and it turns west with the same speed. Then the change in velocity they are asking. So generally what you guys will do is see north of 20 meters per second and then towards west. You know the directions north, south, east, west. Right. Then towards west. So it is again 20 meters per second. So this was north and this was what? West. Right. So what you guys will think? Yes, the resultant velocity will be in the direction of what? Northwest. So what you will do? There is only one option called as northwest and you will take this option. But that is wrong. That is wrong. Where you are going wrong, you have to be, you have to be careful here. They are not asking the resultant velocity. Instead, they are asking what? Change in velocity. Instead, they are asking what? Change in velocity. So, how will you find change in velocity? See, let's do one thing. Let us take this distance, say, just a second. Yeah. Let us take this velocity as N1. Let's say V1. It is moving towards north, which is 20 meters per second. And then it is moving towards west. I'll take this as V2, which is 20 meters per second again. Right. What is change in velocity? Final velocity minus initial velocity. So I should be finding V2 minus what? V1. I should be finding V2 minus V1. See, I'll keep the direction of V2 as it is, but I want minus V1. I want minus V1. V1 is towards north. So minus V1 is towards what? South. Minus V1 is towards south. So you want resultant of V2 and minus V1. So direction will be what? Like this. It is towards which direction? This is what? West and this is what? South. So your change in velocity is in the direction of what? Southwest. Not along the northwest. It is along the direction of southwest. And what is the value? See here, this is 20 and this is 20 and angle is here 90 between them. So what is the value then? It is nothing but 20 root 2. See, when both the forces are equal, forces or you can say velocities, any two vectors, if they are equal, let's say vector A and vector B, their magnitudes are equal. Magnitudes are equal and angle between them is what? 90. Then resultant is what? Magnitude of A into root 2 or even magnitude of B into root 2. Right. So magnitude is what? 20 root 2. But direction is what? Southwest. So direction of what? Change in velocity is what? 20 root 2. It is towards southwest direction. See, this is where you will make mistake. They are asking change in velocity. You will forget to take what? Minus V1. You will forget to change the direction of what? V1. Right. So this is the first mistake majority of the NEET students they make in the exam. Right. So yes, let's look at the second one now. A particle has an initial velocity of, they have given initial velocity, then they have given acceleration, then they have given magnitude of velocity after 10 seconds they are asking. So they are asking magnitude of velocity. So as they are asking magnitude, what you guys will do is, you will start calculating the magnitude. See, velocity, initial velocity is what? 2i cap plus 3j cap and acceleration is what? 0.3i cap plus 0.2j cap, right? So time is what? 10 seconds. So we have to apply V is equal to U plus AT, V is equal to U plus AT. What you guys will do, I'll tell, right? See, you will calculate its magnitude. You will write as root 13. You will calculate its magnitude. That is root of what? 0.13. Root of 0.13 into time is 10. So you guys will write the answer as what? 2 root 13. And there is an option 2 root 13. You will take that. You will take the answer. But that is wrong. So where you went wrong? Where you went wrong? What you did is, you have calculated the magnitude and substituted them in the what? In the formula. What you should be doing instead? You calculate the final velocity first in terms of vector. You calculate the final velocity first in terms of vector, then find what? Magnitude. See, this is a second mistake. right? So what we should be doing instead? So this is wrong. This is wrong. What we should be doing? We should be doing V is equal to U plus AT, you apply. First you apply what? V is equal to U plus AT, you apply. Right. So U is what? 2I plus 3J. Acceleration is what? 0.3I plus 0.2J. Time is what? 10 seconds. So 10 into 0.33, 3I plus 2I, 5I. And this will be 2J plus 3J, 5J. Right, this is your velocity, and find the magnitude here. Magnitude is 25 plus 25, which is 5 root 2, and your answer is what? 5 root 2 units. 5 root 2 units. Right, that is how you should be doing. First calculate the final velocity what? In terms of vector. Then at the end you calculate what? Magnitude. Don't calculate magnitude and substitute in the formula. Right, so this is a second mistake. See, these are the mistakes generally the students, majority of the NEET students will be losing the marks, right? So, in my videos, in my upcoming videos, I will be explaining the, top 5 or top 10 mistakes the NEET students will be making in physics, chemistry as well as in biology, right? So that you won't repeat those mistakes in the, in the final examination, right? So, the next one is 2 seconds after the projection, a projectile is moving at an angle of what? 30 degree, right, above the horizontal. After one more second, it is moving horizontally. The initial speed of the projectile is. Here they are asking what? It's a projectile motion based question. They have given after 2 seconds, it is at 30 degree with the horizontal. After one more second, it is moving horizontally. So we will be stuck here. So we will not, what generally we will be doing is, we will be worried about this horizontally. How it is moving horizontally. So what do they mean by this? See, this term is very important in this entire question. Majority of the students won't think about this term at all. Right, so they'll be just looking at what? The numbers, the numericals they'll be just looking at. Right, so after 1 second, 2 seconds, you'll be looking only at those points, only at those the values you'll be looking. You will forget to look at what? Horizontally. That is important. That is important. The entire question, the solution for this problem depends entirely on what? Horizontally. What is the meaning of what? The particle is moving horizontally. Particle is moving horizontally means that vertical component of velocity is what? 0. Vertical component of velocity is 0. When does vertical component of velocity become 0? See, look at the projectile motion. Right. So, vertical component of velocity here, you look this at maximum height. At maximum height, particle is moving horizontally. Particle is moving horizontally. So, at this point of time, vertical velocity is what? 0. That means at whatever the time they have mentioned, at that point of time, when it was moving horizontally, my particle is at maximum height. That means from that I can calculate what actually I can calculate? I can calculate time period actually. The time taken for this is t by 2, for this is t by 2, right? So I can calculate time of flight. Time of flight I can calculate, right? So what is time taken for that? T by 2 is what? T by 2 is what? See, first 2 seconds, and after one more second, this is important. See, you guys, what you will do is, you will read only 1 second. You will read only 1 second. You will take that t by 2 as 1 second. They are saying after one more second. After one more second means what? First 2 seconds and after one more second. So, t by 2 is equal to what? 3 seconds. Time period will be what? 6 seconds. You know the formula for time period. It is 2 ui by g is what? 6. 2 1s are, 2 3s are, g is 10. So, ui you will get it as what? 30. ui you will get it as 30. You got ui as 30 meter per second. You got ui as 30 meter per second. Then what I should be doing? I need to calculate the value of ux also, right? Because I have to get the value of what? Initial speed. Right? Or ux, or you can calculate it as u, whichever. Right? Now, how do I calculate ux or u? Or let's say directly u. How we can calculate? Look at this. After 2 seconds, it is making an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. 30 degree with the horizontal. That means, what will be my Vy? I mean this is after 2 seconds. This is after 2 seconds. Okay. Right. What will be my Vy? Vy will be, it is nothing but V sine what? 30 degree. Vy will be what? V sine 30 degree. What is V there? What is V there? It is velocity at 2 seconds. Velocity at 2 seconds. It is making how much angle here? 30 degree with the horizontal. Right. So Vy is equal to V sine 30 degree. How can I find Vy? How can I find Vy? Vy is equal to what? Uy minus gt. Uy minus gt. Right. We know Uy, right? We know Uy. Substitute 30 minus this is 10. Gt is what? 2. It will be 10. So we got Vy as what? 10. We got Vy as what? 10. Right. So using this, can we using this, can we find the value of what? Vx. Can we find the value of Vx? But what we can do is we can either I can use this or we have one more way. Vy by Vx is what? Tan theta, right? Tan 30. Vy by Vx is what? Tan theta, tan 30. So we know Vy is 10 upon Vx. Tan 30 is what? 1 upon root 3. And I can write Vx also as what? Ux. Vx also as what? Vx. Why I can write Vx also as Ux? Because along the horizontal motion, it is uniform velocity motion. There is no acceleration acting along the horizontal direction. So I can write Vx as what? Ux. So what is the value of Ux from this? Ux is 10 root 3. Ux is 10 root 3. I got Ux and I got Uy. I can calculate the value of a speed. What is my speed? Root of Ux square. Square this you get 300. Square this you get what? 900. It is nothing but what? So it is nothing but 1200, which is nothing but 20 root 3 meter per second. And your answer is what? 20 root 3 meter per second. Right. So here, what you guys will be doing, you will be focusing only on the numbers. You will tend to forget to focus on what? You will forget to focus on what? Horizontally. You will forget to focus on one more. Right. So these are the mistakes you will be making during the time of what? Examination. Right. So let's go to the next one. This is the fourth one. Yes, this is the fourth one. So what we will be doing in this question, I'll tell you. A particle moving with a velocity equals to 0.4 meter per second is subjected to an acceleration of 0.15 meter per second. You will read this, okay, for 2 seconds. Then they are asking what? Resultant velocity. What we guys will be doing? We'll apply V is equal to U plus AT. U is what? 0.4. Acceleration is what? 0.15. Time is what? 2. You will get it as 0.7 and you will take the answer as 0.7 meter per second. That is absolutely wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Why it is wrong? Why it is wrong? Because you did not focus on the term direction at right angle to its initial velocity or direction to the direction of what? Motion. Acceleration is perpendicular to the direction of motion. Yeah, that you didn't focus. So how we can do this? How we can do this in this case? Acceleration is along the perpendicular direction. That means horizontal motion is uniform velocity motion. So that means Vx after 2 seconds also, Vx will be equals to Ux, which is nothing but 0.4 meter per second. But Vy will be equals to Uy plus Gt. I'll do one thing. AT I'll do. Right. Vy is equal to initial velocity along the vertical direction is 0 because my particle is moving horizontally. I am assuming. Horizontally we are assuming. And then my acceleration is acting perpendicular. As my particle is moving horizontally, vertical component of velocity initially is what? 0. Plus acceleration is what? 0.15. Time is what? 2. So Vy is what? 0.3 meter per second. So now I can write V as what? Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. Right? So Vx is what? 0.4 I cap plus 0.3 j cap. So my velocity vector is this. What is the magnitude? Then you calculate root of 0.4 square plus 0.3 square. You will get it as what? 0.5. You will get it as 0.5. So your answer is what? 0.5 meter per second, not 0.7 meter per second. So where we made the mistake? Our focus was not on the right angle initially. So when you are reading the question, when you are solving the question, it is very important that you have to focus on the terminologies. Right angle is important here. Right. So that's the fourth one. So now let's go to the fifth one. Yes, just a moment. Yes, let's go to the fifth one now. Yes, this one is very important. This one is very important. Majority of you will be making the mistake here. So what's my question? The sum of magnitudes of two forces acting at a point is what? 16. Sum of two forces is 16. Magnitude of resultant is 8 root 3. If the resultant is at 90 degree with a smaller force, their magnitudes are. Generally, when we look at the question, that's what I said. What we will be doing? We will be focusing on the values, numericals, not on the terminologies. What we do, sum is 16, then resultant magnitude is what? 8 root 3, angle is 90. You will think that theta is 90 and you will apply r is equal to root of p square plus q square, because theta is 90, cos 90 is 0. That's how we will do, right? See, what is important here is, here theta is not 90. Angle between forces is not 90. Angle between forces is not 90. What is 90? Angle made by resultant with one of the forces, that is smaller forces. See, this is the angle made by resultant. This is your resultant. This is a smaller force x. I'll take one more force here, which is 16 minus x in magnitude. 16 minus x, because sum has to be what? 16. So this is 90. This is 90. This is what is important. This is what is important, right? So now angle made by resultant with what? With one force. How it can be given by? So tan alpha is equal to q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. Right. Here my q is what? X. Q is what? 16 minus x. 16 minus x sin theta. Right. Theta. We don't know this theta. We don't know this theta. So alpha is what? 90. Alpha is 90. Angle made by resultant with force is what? Alpha. That is nothing but 90. So here x plus 16 minus x cos theta. Right. Tan 90 is what? Infinity. When you get this infinity, when denominator is 0. So then denominator is 0 here. Denominator is 0. X plus 16 minus x into cos theta is equal to 0. So 16 minus x into cos theta will be equal to what? Minus x. I got this one. Now what I have to find? My job is to find the value of x. How do I do that? I will use the resultant magnitude. Resultant magnitude is what? R square is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Right. So R is what? 8 root 3 square. P is what? P is your what? X. X square plus 16 minus x whole square plus 2 into x into 16 minus x into what? Cos theta. And we know 16 minus x into cos theta is what? Minus x. I will substitute that. Square this, 64 into 3 is what? 192. X square. Right. A minus b whole square here. 256 plus x square minus 32x plus 2x as it is. This value is nothing but minus x. We have your result. Right. Now look at this. 192 is equal to x square plus x square. 2x square minus 32x plus 256. This is minus 2x square. These two cancel. We get 32x is equal to what? 64. X is equal to what? 2. If x is 2, one more force is 16 minus x, which will be 14. My resultant values are what then? Magnitudes of my what? Forces are what? 2 and 14. So this is the answer. Here alpha is 90, not the theta value. So what you guys will be doing? You will be thinking that theta is 90 and you try to solve it, you don't get the solution. Right. So you have to focus on each and every terminology. Just don't look at what? The numericals or the values and directly jump into solving the problem. No. Right. So that is where majority of the NEET students will be making the mistake. In my next video, I will be bringing top 5 mistakes from other chapters of physics, chemistry and biology. Till that, thank you.